Folks, welcome back to the channel. This is the second half of our Pismo ride trip. It's Sunday morning. It's about 8 a.m. And before I can get out of town, I need to go by and see the good folks at Sandbar Surf here in Pismo, because my daughter is taking surf lessons from my good buddy Johnny Ziegler. I went to college with Johnny many moons ago, and we've been coming down here and going surfing ever since COVID. So Johnny and his wife, they also own Central Coast Kayak. So if you're down here in the Pismo area, you want to learn how to surf, hit up them at Sandbar Surf. You can see I left the number there before. Or if you're interested in taking a kayak tour, hit them up on Central Coast Kayaks.
Come on, hop up, man. Go.
Here is my daughter getting up on the surfboard here.
There you go.
She's going down. All right, it's close to 10 a.m. It is time to get out of town. It's Sunday. We got to get back to work tomorrow. I don't have the day off, so I got to get back and recuperate from this 500-mile ride here. So we jumped on 101 North. We left Pismo Beach. We're heading through San Luis Obispo here, and we took the Highway 1 Morro Bay turnoff. Now, we're starting to cut through Morro Bay here, and if we didn't have the fog around the giant rock in the middle of the bay, you'd be able to see it. But all you can really see on this video is that fog around the rock. So I've added some pictures here to show you what it looks like on a clear day. But it is a beautiful spot. If you've never been to the beach at Morro Bay, definitely make sure you stop by and check it out. It is absolutely beautiful.
Sometimes like it's not right. People out there with no food at night, and we say we care, but we don't, so we all lie. What if there's more to this? And one day we become what we do, not what we say. We end up in all the shit that they're in, and roads are reversed.
All right, we're pulling off here for our first little stop. I think technically we're in San Simeon, California. If the camera could tune in far enough behind us, you'd see Hearst Castle up on the hill, but it's so far up there, it just looks very blurry and just doesn't look good on camera. So trust me, Hearst Castle is behind us, but how about that view? I've been dreaming of riding Pacific Coast Highway my whole life, and finally made it happen. So here I am with Joe and John, just we're stoked. It's a beautiful day. John's telling the drone to come back to him. And it did. So we're jumping back on the bikes. We're gonna continue this trip up. It's probably about 100 miles along the coastline here until we hit Monterey. So let's jump back into it.
Todo has tenido y no tienes nada. Despierta hoy, no esperes a mañana. Disfruta el día paso a paso. Sube escaleras pero despacio. Llega a la cima sin dañar a nadie. Ve que al final es muy confortable. No a la violencia porque ya no dañas. Un ser de luz es tu estirpe, tu estampa. Sabio caminas y ves el ahora. Respiras y está lo que añoras. Esta es la vida que has elegido. Estoy cantando, camina conmigo. Esta es la vida que has elegido. Estoy cantando, camina.
Nothing ever changes.
Camina conmigo.
At least that's how we act, like nothing ever changes.
We are pulling into the little town along this road here called Gorda. Now, Gorda is famous for something, but it's nothing we really like to talk about. It's famous for many times having the most expensive fuel in the nation. And anyone want to guess what it's ringing in at right now? It was $10 a gallon in Gorda, double digits. First time I've seen it in America. First time I've seen it anywhere, really. So we stopped at the Whale Watchers Cafe, grabbed a bite to eat, and now we are back on the road heading north up Highway 1. And one of the things that you can't really see here is just the dramatic changes in temperatures. When we're running through this fog, it's 50 degrees. When we are up maybe 500, 1,000 feet above it, we are looking at 82, 83 degrees. So a dramatic difference in just a few hundred feet of elevation here on this ride. So every time you think you're hot, just give it a second, you'll cool off. And every time you think you're starting to get a little too cool, equally just give it a second, and trust me, you'll start warming up again.
Right here, but it's hell over there. And maybe the meek will inherit this earth, 'cause it was written before, so everything changes and nothing stays the same. No, everything changes. Everything. And if you feel ashamed, maybe you should change this before it gets too late. Maybe you should change this.
If you're familiar with the Big Sur area and Highway 1 here, Pacific Coast Highway, you'll know that this road is often closed, and it's closed due to rock slides. And you can see here off to my right-hand side, those are sheer rock cliffs, and there's some netting on here. But this structure they built here was due to the fact that they could not control the rock slides in that area, so they built that embutment so that the rock slides can go over the top of it, keep the road open, and commuters and motorcyclists like me happy. Pretty cool. As we continue to head north here, we're starting to cover more of these bridges that are covering some of the creeks that are flowing into the ocean. And they just make for stunning backdrops. If any of you have ever been to the coast of Hawaii, this part of the drive through here reminds me of being on the island. And check this out right here. Look at that big steel netting they have there to catch some of these boulders coming down the road. Definitely don't want to break down there. I was telling myself on the bike that right there, like, don't break down here, don't pull over here, this is not the spot. Folks, quick reminder, like and subscribe and share this video. It really helps us out. We don't ask for too much, it never costs you a thing. But it really helps the algorithm, it helps get these out there for us, so we really appreciate it. So let's talk a little bit about where exactly we are at. This is the Los Padres National Forest. And it's one of the largest and most geographically diverse national forests that we have here in California. It stretches along the central and southern coastlines from, let's say, Ventura County, I think, up to Monterey. And then it extends inland across San Luis Obispo, where we just were for Pismo Beach, Santa Barbara counties, Ventura, Kern, and there are some small portions that it gets into in LA County as well. The forest itself covers approximately 3,050 square miles, with about 88% of that land designated as public. What makes Los Padres unique is that it's actually kind of split up into two sections, as you can see here from this picture that I've added to the map. So you have the northern section, which we are riding through right now, which this is considered the Ventana Wilderness area. And you have the other section. So for those of you that maybe drive down Highway 5, you're going to LA from Northern California. When you drive through the Grapevine, that is also the Los Padres National Forest as well. All right, let's talk about the critters of the forest here, right? Some of the wildlife in Los Padres National Forest. There's some really cool animals in here. The coolest one is probably the California condor. That thing was on the brink of extinction. And that wingspan was up to 9 feet across. They're massive. And they hang out on the tops of these cliffs that you're seeing us drive by and ride by right now. So the California condor, they have some mountain lions, lots of black bears, mule deer, there's bighorn sheep, coyotes, bobcats, and a wide range of birds and smaller animals for observing and checking out as well. And of course, all of those different critters are living in different types of vegetation in the forest. Some of the lower elevations that you saw earlier, it's really dominated by chaparral. It's a type of dense shrubland that's common in California's coastal ranges. About a pure will grow. As the elevation increases, what you're going to see, and what you are seeing, is the vegetation transitions into conifer forest, including species of different species of pine, Jeffrey pine, white fir, Douglas fir. There's also some areas of old growth forest, including both conifers and coastal redwoods. And we go across some of these creeks, and I pan the camera to look to the right. You can see some of these large coastal redwoods towering in those canyons. And we're going to throw in a little history lesson here as well. So, Los Padres National Forest dates back to the early 20th century. Originally, the land was divided into several smaller national forests, I believe. I think we had like Monterey National Forest, San Luis National Forest, and others. And these were eventually all consolidated and named the Santa Barbara National Forest. In 1936, that name was changed to Los Padres, which translates to the Fathers. The name references the Spanish Catholic missionaries who traveled throughout the state of California and established missions up and down the state during the 18th and 19th centuries. And I think every graduating student, is it high school, or I know in elementary school, I think every student in California has to do a report on one of the missions. So very prominent in our culture out here in California. Before the European settlers, it was the Native American tribes, including the Chumash people, who lived alongside the coast and inland areas for thousands of years. They relied on the land's natural resources for food, shelter, and trade, and many of their cultural sites are still present within the forest today. You just got to know where to go to find them. Now, with that being said, wildfires are also a big part of this. So because of that, and because of the hot, dry summer days, there are a lot of the areas out here that they restrict in the summertime to the public. So before you come out here and you start hiking trails, make sure they're open, make sure you understand the weather conditions, temperature, just understand what you're getting into at all times out there for sure.
In the beat that my heart still play. I smell it in the weed at the dawn of the day. I was 14, the vibe still stayed. I'm still in love with music. Music, yeah, I can remember in the days we used to watch Would You Want Time, Bob Marley, Peter Tosh. Pick up a 6-string and just tell me where to go. If you could tell me then about now, I would never know. And now the tour bus is pulling up to every city. All my orphans are still the ones playing with me. Every single song that I sing, I'm still smiling. Remember that the journey, all about the time, and I can see it in the past like I feel it in my mind. Hear it in the roots and the song, press rewind. Take me to the truth like the very first time I fell in love with music. Music, feel alive, it's in the beat that my heart still play. I smell it in the weed at the dawn of the day. I was 14, but the vibe still stay. I'm still in love with music. Music, yeah.
And remember when my sister made that mixtape? That was such a long time, but it feels like yesterday. I played it over and over, it never did break. It was just a small thing, but I found my true place. Then I started dreaming about the future of my life. I can be anything, I told myself every single night, yeah. So when I lay me down to sleep, there's only one thing that is following me.
I can see it in the past like I feel it in my mind. I hear it in the roots and the song, press rewind. Take me to the truth like the very first time I fell in love with music. Music, feel alive, it's in the beat that my heart still play. I smell it in the weed at the dawn of the day. I was 14, but the vibe still stay. I'm still in love with music. Music, yeah, what?
Young boy, head full of dreams. Brought my guitar to where the land meets the sea. This was the place I used to play my 6-string. I'd sing out loud how I wanted life to be. Then one night I saw this band in Ocean City. Told them my name, but they already knew me. Joined Soldier, and the rest is history. But this story, it's only the beginning.
I can see it in the past like I feel it in my mind. Hear it in the roots and the song, press rewind. Take me to the truth like the very first time I fell in love with music. Music, feel alive, it's in the beat that my heart still play. I smell it in the weed at the dawn of the day. I was 14, the vibe still stayed. I'm still in love with music. Music, yeah, why?
Folks, you're sticking with me. Hope you enjoy just some of the background sounds of the forest and the ride. We are approaching Big Sur now. This is that famous bridge you see in all of those Big Sur photos that we are riding across here. Traffic was packed going the other way, and it's been a long ride, so we are not stopping here for drone shots or photos, but this is a fantastic photo spot, especially here on the left-hand side. And friends, listen, if you are coming out here to ride this route, I actually prefer to ride this route going south because that puts you on the ocean side of the road. You can see here when we're going north, my camera views and my angles just aren't as good as if I can straddle that other lane a little bit further out there. So Just a word to the wise out there, if you're looking for better camera shots, definitely want to travel south down this route versus north. But just around every turn, you get a view like this. So it doesn't really matter which view or which lane you're in. You're in for a visual treat when you are on this piece of American highway. All right, we are getting close to Carmel Valley here. You know, I could film this ride all the way back to Modesto, and it's been quite the ride. I mean, look at this map here. Right, started in Modesto yesterday at 9 a.m. And I think the total round trip for this road trip is coming in at just over 500 miles, 504 miles, probably a little bit longer. Some of the stops we've made, but well over 500 miles in 2 days. A fantastic trip. The views, the company, everything has just been out of this world. So I'd like to invite you all to come join us for our next group ride. Our next group ride, I believe, I'll have to check my text right now. Let me double check. It looks like it's going to be April 25th, and we are going to be cruising on Highway 49. So instead of going west, we're going to go east this time, and we're going to cruise our foothills. Hopefully they'll still be green, and Highway 49, also known as the Gold Miner Route. We're going to be spending some time up there together. So thank you to everyone who joined us on this trip. It was fantastic. It was a bucket list trip for me for sure, especially today's ride in the Big Sur. So we will see you down the road at one of our future rides. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't liked and subscribed yet, please do. We are at 800 subscribers right now. We are trying to get to 1,000, and really appreciate you all joining us. See you down the road. Thank you so much.